Hello dear students, welcome to this session. In this class, we are going to solve some of the examples in exercise 5.1. I hope the continuity part is clear. To check whether the function is continuous or not at a single point, say C. What was the procedure? Find the limit of the function at the point C. If it exists, find the value of the function at the point C. If it exists, then compare these two. If they are coinciding, if they are equal, then only we say that function is continuous at that point. Otherwise, we say that function is discontinuous at the point C, and C is called as a point of discontinuity of the function. Now, when we say that a function fails to be continuous at a point, different cases. First case, function value does not exist, or limit of the function does not exist, or even both limiting value, function value exist, they may not be equal. These are the three cases where function fails to be continuous. Now we will take up the exercise. Here, function given as 5x minus 3, then required to check continuity of the function at 0, minus 3, 3. Three different points they are given. In fact, the question is prove that. Means we need not to check, it is guaranteed. This function is continuous. Actually, without going for finding limiting value, function value, directly we can say that this function is continuous. How? Because we already discussed the property of continuity function. Every polynomial function is a continuous one. At what point? At all real point it is continuous, because polynomial is defined at all real points. The domain of the polynomial function is entire real set, means at all real points that function will be continuous. Look at this 5x minus 3, it is a polynomial. So, it is obvious that it is a continuous one. But as a formality, I will find a limiting value, function value, I will show that those two are equal, then I can conclude that it is a continuous function at the given point, maybe 0, minus 3, 3. I will do it at x equal to 0. So, we will start with given f of x equal to 5x minus 3. Now, continuity at x equal to 0. So, the limit of f of x as x tends to 0. The limit as x tends to 0, what is f of x? 5x minus 3. What is the procedure of evaluating the limit? Substitute x equal to 0. It is 5 into 0 minus 3, that is equal to minus 3. Now, function value at 0. So, what you are going to get? 5 into 0 minus 3, that is equal to minus 3. Since the limit of f of x as x tends to 0 is equal to f of 0, a given function is continuous at x equal to 0. Very simple question. Now, similarly at x equal to minus 3. So, next continuity at x equal to minus 3. So, now x is approaching to minus 3. What is the limiting value of that? Function remains same, whatever may be the value of x. Now, what is the limiting value at the point minus 3? It is 5 times of minus 3, minus 3, it is minus 18. Now, function value at minus 3, 5 times of minus 3, that is equal to minus 18. Now, limit of f of x as x tends to minus 3 is same as a function value at minus 3. Therefore, f of x is continuous at x equal to minus 3. At x equal to minus 3. Similarly, we can answer at x equal to 3. Direct, very simple question. Similarly, second question is also very simple. They are given f of x equal to 2x square minus 1. Examine the continuity of the function at x equal to 3. Proceed in the same way, you will be able to answer that. Next, in question number 3, examine the following functions for continuity. Able to find the difference between these two questions? This question is very specific, required to prove that continuity at x equal to 0, at x equal to minus 3. Here no point has been mentioned. Simply the question is examine the following functions for continuity. Means in the whole domain we need to check the continuity. Now first function, what is the domain of this function? Entire real set. In the entire real set I had to show that it is a continuous one. Here f of x equal to 1 by x minus 5. Since function is not defined at only one point, that is at x equal to 5, from the domain, that is from real set, you had to remove 5. The rest of the points will be in the domain. So I had to check the continuity of this function at all real number other than 5. Here at all real number other than minus 5, because denominator becomes 0, function is not defined. This function is well defined at all real point, domain is entire real set, at all real point I had to check the continuity. I hope you remember, I already demonstrated how to find continuity of a function in the domain. I had to take a reference of number line. If the function definition changes in different intervals, accordingly I had to consider different cases. But here there is no such a situation. F of x is defined uniquely, x minus 5, whatever may be the value of x. In this case, no need to take any cases. Now let me answer one by one. Given f of x equal to x minus 5. What is the domain? Entire real set. Let C be a real number. It can be any real number, maybe 0.1, maybe 1 by 2, maybe minus root 3, any number it can be. So general point, we are finding continuity. Now a limit of f of x as x approaches to c. So what is the function? X minus 5. What is the limiting value we get? C minus 5. And function value at c. F of x is x minus 5, f of c is c minus 5. Since the limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c, given function continuous at x equal to c. But what c represent? Not a single real number, it represent any real number. Therefore f of x is continuous at all real points. Hence f of x is continuous. Hence f of x is a continuous function. Simply we write continuous function without mentioning the point means it is understood in its domain that function is continuous. What is the domain? Whole real set. We shown that at all real points the function is continuous. This is the procedure. Or in the exam, suppose in multiple choice question, among the following which is continuous at all real points, if they are given a polynomial, straight away I had to mark it. Polynomial function is continuous at all real points. Next, 1 divided by x minus 5. Now let us check whether 1 by x minus 5 is continuous or not. Given f of x equal to 1 divided by x minus 5. X belongs to R minus singleton set 5. That is, it is a different from phi because function is not defined. The domain of this function is this. At these points, I need to check the continuity. So let c be any real number. Let f of x, limit of f of x as x tends to c. What is f of x? 1 divided by x minus phi. It is 1 divided by c minus phi. What is the function value at c? 1 divided by c minus phi. As c is taken from this set, it cannot be equal to phi. Maybe 4.99999. 1 divided by 4.999 minus phi is not 0. 1 divided by that number is a finite value. So function value exists as well limiting value exists, and function value, limiting value both are coinciding. So it is continuous at c. C is not a finite real number. It is a general real number, not a particular real number. So f of x is continuous at all real points. Hence f of x is a continuous function in its domain. That is understood. Next, C. F of x is, you see, by looking at these functions only we can say directly they are continuous functions. It is a polynomial continuous function. It is 1 divided by x minus phi. Rational function, in the numerator constant, in the denominator polynomial. It is continuous at all real points provided denominator should be different from 0, because one of the property we read, if f is continuous, 1 by f is also continuous. If I take x minus 5 as g is continuous, 1 by g is also continuous provided g should not be equal to 0. At which point it becomes 0? At phi. Therefore, leaving phi at all real point it is continuous. Similarly, this one, x square minus 25 by x plus phi, it is also a rational function. Numerator is polynomial, denominator is polynomial. F of x, g of x both are continuous function. The ratio is also continuous provided denominator polynomial should be different from 0. At which point it becomes 0? Minus phi. So eliminate that number. In rest of the real point it is a continuous function. This is mod of x minus phi. So now mod of x minus phi is well defined at all real point. Domain is entire real set. If you write the graph of this modulus of x minus phi, at phi it becomes 0. Suppose if it is phi, the graph of the function will be like this. So clearly it is continuous everywhere. By looking at the function only it is possible to tell whether it is continuous or not. So little practice is needed. More and more example if you do it, you will be able to decide whether that function is continuous or not. Okay. Now let me write C, answer for C. They are given f of x equal to x square minus 25 divided by x plus 5, where x is different from minus 5. Let C be a real number. Limit of f of x as x tends to c. The function f of x is x square minus 25 divided by x plus 5. It is a c square minus 25 divided by c plus 5. Or you can simplify it, you will get c minus 5. C minus 5 into c plus 5. Like this also you can write. Then function value at c, it is a c square minus 25 divided by c plus 5. On simplifying you are going to get c minus 5. Limiting value, function value coincides at c. So f of x is continuous at c. C is not representing any specific real number, any real number. So it is continuous at all real point. Therefore f of x is a continuous function. Next D. I hope you can complete that. F of x is modulus of x minus 5. Since modulus of x minus 5 is well defined at all real points, domain is the whole real set. Let C be a real number. F of x as x tends to c, limit of f of x modulus of x minus 5, that is equal to modulus of c minus 5. So what f of c is? Modulus of c minus 5 So function value, limiting value coincide at C, therefore it is continuous at C. C is not a specific real number, it is continuous at all real point, hence it is continuous function. Very straightforward questions 1, 2, 3. Now we'll take fourth question. In question 4, prove that function f of x equal to x to the power of n is continuous at x equal to n, where n is positive integer. Maybe it is 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. It can take any positive integer. At all the values of n, prove that this function is continuous. We'll write let C be any positive integer, or no need to write because at x equal to n they are asking. We'll write given f of x equal to x to the power of n, continuity at x equal to n. So consider a limit of f of x as x approaches to n. It is a limit as x approaches to n. Function definition is unique. It is not changing as the value of x changes. So therefore, it is one and only one. It is x to the power of n. Now as x approaches to n, x to the power of n becomes what? N to the power of n. And function value at n is also n to the power of n. So write since a limit of f of x as x approaches to n is same as f of n, f of x is continuous at x equal to n. That completes the example. Again, straightforward question. Next, question number 5. Is the function defined by f of x equal to x and f of x equal to 5 according as x less than or equal to 5, x greater than 1. Let us check the continuity at x equal to 0, specific point, not in the whole domain. Given f of x equal to x if x less than or equal to 1, 5 if x greater than 1. So whenever x less than or equal to 1, the function definition is x. Whenever x greater than 5, it is 5. I need to check at x equal to 0, somewhere here. So continuity at x equal to 0. Now, x approaches to 0 means that is to find a limiting value. Either x approaches to 0 from left side or from right side. Whenever x approaches to 0 from left side of 0 means slightly the values of x less than 0. Maybe minus 0.001, it may be negative value, very close to 0. Or when x approaches to 0 from right side, it is slightly greater than 0. It's not like that the value of x will be equal to 10 or 100. No, x approaches to 0 from right side means it is very close to 0 but slightly greater than 0. Maybe 0.001, something like that you can imagine. In both the cases, that is either x approaches to 0 from left side or from right side, in both the cases, the value of x lies in this interval. Therefore, in both the cases, I have to take the function as f of x only. Means I need not to go for evaluating the limit of the function through LHL, RHL. Directly you can evaluate the limit of the function. So consider a limit of f of x as x approaches to 0. A limit as x approaches to 0 in this case the function should be taken as what? X. And what is the limit of x as x approaches to 0? Obviously 0. And function value at 0 I want. Function value at 0 means what is f of x? X. So it is also equal to 0. Since the limit of f of x as x tends to 0, same as f of 0, f of x is continuous at x equal to 0. So one point is over. Next let me take x equal to 1. Continuity at x equal to 1. Okay. Now, if I write a limit of f of x as x approaches to 1. Now, a limit as x approaches to 1. Which one I need to consider? Whether to take x or whether to take 5. Now, where the value of x is approaching? 1. As x approaches to 1 means it is very close to 1. Means the values are approaching to 1 through the values which are less than 1. Maybe 0.999. Whenever x is approaching to 1 from right side means it is slightly greater than 1, it is not 100. Very, very close to 1. 1.001 it may be. Now, as x approaches to 1 from left side means it comes in this interval. X approaches to 1 from right side means it comes in this interval. The function definition splits here. It is different. So, therefore, here it is mandatory to evaluate limit of the function through LHL and RHL. Now, consider LHL. As x approaches to 1 from left side, I have to refer x. What is the limit of x as x approaches to 1? Here don't get confused. 1 minus means it is not minus 1. X is approaching to 1 through the values which are less than 1. To indicate, we are writing this negative sign there. Now, RHL. The limit of f of x as x approaches to 1 from right side through the values greater than 1. In that case, I have to refer f of x as 5. So, now in the place of f of x, I am writing 5. What is the limit of 5 as x approaches to 1? The limit of constant remains same. It is equal to 5. So, LHL not equal to RHL. No need to find a function value. Limiting value does not exist. You write therefore, a limit of f of x as x tends to 1 does not exist. Hence, f of x is discontinuous at x equal to 1. I hope with this idea you can answer at x equal to 2. You see 2 maybe somewhere here. As x approaches to 2, either from left side or from right side. Whenever x approaches to 2 from left side means 1.999. X approaches to 2 from right side means 2.001, 1.999, 2.001. Both are greater than 1. When x is greater than 1, I had to take the function as 5. Means LHL is 5, RHL is 5. No need to evaluate LHL, RHL. Directly limit of f of x as x tends to 2 means function should be taken as 5. Limit of 5 as x tends to 2, it is equal to 2 only. That is equal to 5 only, function value only. Then function value at 5 is also 5. At any point which are greater than 0, which are greater than 1, at 2, at 3, at 4, at 5, at 10, at any point function value is equal to 5. Limiting value, function value coincide. Therefore, it is continuous at x equal to 2. That is what you have to write. I hope third part you can continue. I completed at x equal to 0, at x equal to 1. You try at x equal to 2. I hope you are following the examples. Okay, we will take the next question. In question number 6, Find all points of discontinuity of f where function defined as means not only we need to check at what point it is continuous, at what points this function is discontinuous. I had to make a list of all those points of discontinuity. Now here function definition they are given f of x is 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3 according as the value of x less than or equal to 2, greater than 2. That is so I split the number line like this. Whenever it is less than or equal to 2, the function definition is 2x plus 3, and whenever x is greater than 2, the function definition is 2x minus 3. Now here I had to consider three cases. Case 1, let's see, be any real number which is strictly less than 2. Case 2, let's see, be any real number which is strictly greater than 2. Case 3, exactly at 2. So these are the three cases I had to write. Okay, let me answer now. This is the given function, I am not writing. Case 1, after writing the given function, case 1, let C be a real number such that C strictly less than 2. Then what is f of x? 2x plus 3. Now we need not to find limit of f of x at c to c plus 3. Function value at c, it is a 2c plus 3. Then write limit of f of x equal to f of c. So it is continuous at c. C is not a specific real number, a real number less than 2. Therefore this function is continuous at all real point less than 2. Instead we will apply the property. What kind of function it is? It is a polynomial. Is a polynomial function. Therefore f of x is continuous at all real number less than 2. Case 1 is completed. Case 2, let C be a real number such that C greater than 2. Then f of x is what? 2x minus 3 is a polynomial function. Therefore f of x is at all real numbers greater than 2. So less than 2, it is a polynomial, therefore it is continuous. Greater than 2, the function is, nature of the function is polynomial. We know that every polynomial is continuous at all real point, in particular at greater than 2, at less than 2, 2x plus 3 is continuous. Now left with one case, that is at x equal to 2. Case 3. Continuity at x equal to 2. In order to find the limit of the function as x approaches to 2 means either it can approach from left side of 2 or right side of 2. Whenever x approaches to 2 from left side means the value of x is slightly less than 2, then I had to take 2x plus 3. As x approaches to 2 from right side, slightly greater than 2, maybe it is 2.001, then I had to choose f of x as 2x minus 3. As the function definition changes here, I had to go for evaluating the limit through LHL, RHL. So consider LHL, that is limit as x tends to 2 from left side, as x approaches to 2 from right side means it is slightly less than 2. I have to take the function as 2x plus 3. Its limiting value 2 into 2 plus 3, that is equal to 7. Then right hand limit, a limit as x tends to 2 from right side, a limit as x tends to 2 from right side slightly greater than 2, I have to refer to x minus 3. It is 2 into 2 minus 3, that is equal to 1. Now LHL, RHL, of course they exist, but they are not equal, therefore limit of the function does not exist, and hence the function is discontinuous at the point 2. Since LHL not equal to RHL, the limit of f of x as x tends to 2 does not exist. Therefore, f of x is discontinuous at x equal to 2. What was the question? Find all points of discontinuity. Any number less than 2 if we take, it is continuous. Any number greater than 2, at all those points it is continuous. Function fails to be continuous at only one point, that is 2. Therefore, the only point of discontinuity is x equal to 2. That completes the example. Now we'll answer this. They are given f of x as question number 7. It is same, find all points of discontinuity of f, where function is given by f of x equal to mod x plus 3 if x less than or equal to minus 3, and minus 2x if x is strictly greater than minus 3, less than plus 3, and 6x plus 2 if x greater than or equal to 3. Okay, now I will split the number line at 3, at minus 3 and 3. So whenever x less than or equal to minus 3 in this region, what is the definition of the function? Mod x plus 3. In the interval minus 3, 3, it is minus 2x. In this interval greater than or equal to 3, it is a 6x plus 2. Now how many cases I need to consider? Case 1, I have to take, let C be any real number whose value less than minus 3. Second case, let C be any real number lying in this interval. Next, case 3, let C be any real number greater than 3. Next, case 4, exactly at minus 3 I had to find out. Case 5, exactly at 3 I had to find out. Now, whenever x less than minus 3, mod x plus 3 is there. Whenever x is less than minus 3, x value is negative. What happens to this mod x? Becomes a minus x. So it is a minus x plus 3. Equivalently, I can write it as a minus x plus 3. It is a polynomial, so it is continuous. Whenever x lies in this interval, f of x is minus 2x, polynomial, so it must be a continuous one. 3 to infinite, again polynomial, it is a continuous. For formality, I had to write all those cases. Then, very crucial point is at minus 3 and 3, I need to check. Okay, let me write one by one. Case 1. Let C be any real number such that C less than minus 3. Then f of x is mod x plus 3, that is equal to minus x plus 3, because x less than minus 3 means it is negative. When x is negative, according to definition of mod x, it is minus x, which is a polynomial function, which is a polynomial function. Therefore, f of x is continuous at all real points less than minus 3. So, this interval is completed. Case 2. Let C be a real number such that C greater than minus 3, less than plus 3 in this interval. Then f of x is minus 2x, which is polynomial function and hence continuous. At all real points belongs to interval minus 3, 3. Case 3. Let C be a real number such that C greater than minus C greater than 3. Then f of x. Then f of x. What is f of x? 6x plus 2, which is a polynomial function and hence continuous at all real points greater than 3. So, these 3 cases completed. And now, specifically at minus 3 and 3 we will check out. Case 4. Continuity at x equal to minus 3. To find the limiting value, as x approaches to minus 3 means whenever it is approaching from left side of minus 3, I have to consider minus x plus 3. Whenever it is approaching to minus 3 from right side, I have to take minus 2x. Function differs, therefore I have to go for evaluating LHL, RHL. So, LHL, limit as x tends to minus 3 from left side. This is limit as x tends to 3 from left side. F of x is mod x plus 3, that is equal to, it is a modulus of minus 3 plus 3, that is equal to 6. RHL, a limit as x tends to 3 from right side, whenever x is approaching to minus 3 from right side, I have to take minus 2x, that is minus 2 into minus 3, that is equal to plus 6. LHL equal to RHL. Therefore, f of x, therefore a limit of f of x as x tends to minus 3 is equal to 6. And function value at minus 3, f of minus 3. When exactly minus 3, I had to refer mod x plus 3. This is modulus of minus 3 plus 3. It is equal to 6. So, a limit of f of x as x tends to minus 3 is equal to f of minus 3. Therefore, f of x is continuous at x equal to minus 3. So, at the point minus 3, we observe that function is continuous. Now, let me test at 3. Now, whenever x approaches to 3 from left side, I have to refer minus 2x. X approaches to 3 from right side, I have to refer 6x plus 2. So, here also function definition splits less than 3, greater than 3. Therefore, to evaluate the limit, I have to consider LHL, RHL. Here only I write that x is continuity at x equal to 3. Fifth case, as x approaches to 3 from left side. So, which function I have to consider? As x approaches to 3 from left side, I have to refer minus 2x. It is equal to minus 2 into 3. That is equal to minus 6. Now, RHL, limit as x tends to 3 from right side. As x approaches to 3, which function I have to consider? Approaches to 3 from right side, slightly greater than 3, then I have to take 6x plus 2. It is 6 into 3 plus 2, that is 20. LHL not equal to RHL. Therefore, a limit of f of x as x tends to 3 does not exist. Therefore, f of x is discontinuous at x equal to 3. Case 1, any real number less than minus 3, function continuous. Any real number lying in the interval minus 3, 3. Case 2, we shown that it is continuous. Case 3, any real number lying in the interval 3 to infinite, continuous. Case 4, at exactly minus 3, it is found to be continuous, but at exactly at x equal to 3, function fails to be continuous. How many points of discontinuity you get? We get only 1 point of discontinuity. So, here you write the only point of discontinuity is x equal to 3. I hope you followed how to consider different cases. Okay. Similarly, there are many questions similar to this. Among those, let me answer a few of them. The rest of the questions you should make an attempt.